How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the review show. I'm your host, Jared, and I'm here with Christian. How's it going, buddy?
Great. Fantastic.
Awesome. Today we're reviewing Endgame. We're specifically doing...
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert. Oh, yeah. Woo! And we're specifically doing the best fight scenes and biggest surprises. This is the Endgame review. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so let's start off with the beginning of the movie.
Very
Yeah, beginning of
early
the
in the movie.
So it's like they kill Thanos, beginning of the movie. I was ready for the end credits to just roll right after
You
that.
know what? I want to... This is like the third or fourth shout out. I want to shout out Alex for not believing me. I know you're watching, Alex. I know you feel like a fool. I told him. I said, watch them kill Thanos. Thanos is not stronger after that fight. And the funny thing is, he made himself even weaker by destroying the stones.
Yeah.
I still would love to know his motive between that.
His destiny was fulfilled. He said
I
he
guess.
didn't want to be tempted by the stones to do other things or whatever.
But I had a feeling. I was like, there's time travel involved. Of course they'll beat Thanos in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes sense, and you pay off the Thor. So the Thor go for the head scene.
Yep.
So I just want to point out I got everything right. All right, I definitely didn't get everything right, but I feel like I got the most important shit right.
Yeah, you got a lot right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But so that shocked you?
I was just like, wow. I thought they were just gonna let him live because there's no point in, doing anything with him.
Yeah, I guess
it's like he's so weak. Why would you fight him? It's kind of pathetic. But then
I mean,
Thor's just like, I don't care.
I mean, hey, Thor doesn't fight him. He just fucking executes him.
Yeah, he does.
You know what
It's
I mean?
pretty.
I was probably more shocked by the arm being cut off than I was about Thor going for the head. Because it just caught me off guard. I was like, yo, he just chopped his arm off.
And it's like, wasn't there a thing in the Infinity War? Like, why couldn't they just cut off his arm?
That was one of the because when people were like, yeah, you could have went for the head, or you could have chopped his arm off.
Just chopped the arm off.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep. It was just like, wow, that was abrupt. I didn't think that was going to happen right there. So.
That's the thing. They did a good job of... So again, I wasn't shocked by them killing him. I was shocked that the funny thing is, it was the exact opposite of what Alex said.
Yeah?
Alex told me, he was like, Thanos is going to whoop their ass. He said, it's not even going to be a fight. He said Thanos is going to demolish them, and he's going to show Captain Marvel who's boss.
Mm-hmm.
It was the exact opposite.
I think he could have if he still had the stones at that point.
That's what I would have loved to see, because I don't think he would have. I still think the combination of Thor and Captain Marvel would have been too much for him.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
And like I said before, the Russo brothers said he was hurt after that fight. A part of me feels like they changed their minds, though, because they came out and said that, but then they made him even more hurt. So it was like, what was the point of making him more hurt? But like you said, there was a reasoning to it.
He had a reason.
Because he completed his
destiny. He didn't want
destiny.
And he didn't want anybody else to get the stones,
And he was, he's a smart-ass motherfucker. He was thinking 2 steps ahead. He was like,
exactly.
They could always just try to steal this and reverse what I did.
Yep.
So that was smart on his part.
All right. So then after that, it goes to 5 years later.
Another rumor that was going around for a while.
Yep. And then you see the aftermath of half of everybody getting snapped out of existence.
Did it start with Ant-Man when it went to 5 years later?
I think it kind of went to
it
started with Cap.
Yeah.
And who was it? It was one of the Russo directors talking about how he's
It was weird
date.
they did that because he was in Civil War. He played a dead body.
Well, whatever.
I was surprised that he did that because I was like, man, you played that dead guy, right?
But yeah, they went to that, and then they went to Black Widow eating a PB&J. Spot on.
No. She was talking to the holograms
No,
first.
she was cutting the PB&J. And then she was talking about holograms.
Did she cut it first? I
Yeah,
thought
she cut it first.
after.
The scene started with her cutting the PB&J. I was like, who's cutting a PB&J?
Really?
Oh, my girl Scarlett Johansson's cutting a PB&J. I gotta say, her lips, she be doing something with her lips that just makes me want to. Yeah, it cuts to that. And then Cap comes in.
Yeah, because she starts to cry.
Yeah. I like the part that they added right in that spot where they showed they told the benefits of the snap. So it was kind of like, maybe it isn't so bad, but we're missing half the people that were here. So,
Did they talk about benefits?
Well, kinda. He was making a joke about it. Cap was making a joke about it.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't know.
But it was a reasonable benefit. It was like less pollution, less more wildlife or whatever. It's like veganism. Vegans would like this movie.
There's no way it was more wildlife because it was half of all living beings. That includes the wildlife.
Well, Cap said that like the fishes in the sea were like flourishing or whatever. I don't know.
They might have been. That makes sense.
Because there was less boats. That was what he said.
Yeah, less. Yeah.
So it was like a pollution thing. We caused a lot of pollution. All right, I want to get into this next one. This might have been a disappointment, honestly. I don't even know. Thor being fat. Is it appropriate? Was it appropriate?
I think the real question should be, was it worth the gag?
No.
I'd have to agree.
I think Thor could have still been funny while he was Thor.
I agree.
Because they made him a hobo.
I said this a little bit to you. They could have kept him the way he was. Even his haircut. Because I was a little disappointed to see him back with his original hair. Just a little. Because I understood why they did it. This entire movie is callbacks.
Yeah.
And even his hair is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's back to OG Thor. Kind of. His hair was kind of a mess. So it wasn't exactly as beautiful as the original Thor. But it was close. But I'm saying you could have kept all that and still made him a drunk.
Yeah.
You didn't have to make him look like a fat pig. I guess the jokes would have been different. I don't know. The jokes were good. It was just, I would say this. If I didn't love Thor the way I do now, I'd be okay with it. But it's because of, you've loved Thor since Thor 1.
Yeah.
I did like him in Thor 1. Even though I don't love the movie, he is a phenomenal, I can't imagine anyone else as Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like Cap, Iron Man, like I can't imagine anybody as those characters just like Thor. But it was just sad to see what they did to him.
Yeah, I was ready to just go cut off my hair. I was like, I can't be even looking like this guy. Like, geez, there's people at work that call me Thor. I don't want to be related to this guy.
Well, you could get the Thor haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do that. You could do the design. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Now I kind of want you to do that.
No.
Come on, man.
I'm Jesus.
Come on, man. Do the design that he has. That would be dope. Comment down below. Actually, hit us with a like if that's what you want him to do. There you go. That's your task of the day.
Okay.
If we can get this to 10 likes.
10? No.
We've never gotten close.
20?
We've never gotten close to 10 likes. All right, 20.
20
likes.
I really don't want to cut my hair.
This is now on you, all of Jared's friends. If you want Jared to look like the new badass Thor, hit that like button and share the video and tell them to hit that like button. Then we can get this guy to get the Thor haircut. Challenge accepted, Jared.
I'll even if he gets 30, I'll get a hammer. That looks just like the. Actually, no, I'll get the axe. Oh, the axe. The haircut, yeah.
Can you buy the axe?
Sure, you can. Probably
you
like $200. Yeah, I'll buy $200 worth of.
That's a good prop.
Props. Yeah, props. That's the word I was looking for.
Dope prop right there. But yeah, overall, we're huge Thor fans here. I would put him number 2 for me, for the MCU characters, and I know he's number 1 for you.
Number 1.
So we are very disappointed. Black Widow dying. Pretty shocking, I gotta say.
I was not expecting it.
Well,
The way the scene went.
But you kind of were. We kind of were.
You kind of were, but then you were like, what? No. And then you're like, oh, wait. But then you're like, nope. And then you're like, what the?
See, I'm talking about even before that. So obviously before the movie, we didn't think that was going to happen. But once they split up into their teams.
Yeah.
And we knew that.
One would have to die.
We knew one would have to die.
Yeah.
So we were sitting here wondering.
It was crazy because.
And that's why I was like, it was probably
going
to
know that. It was like those moments where the audience knows what's about to happen, but the characters don't.
That's what made it
like,
so
you
tragic.
want to scream at them if this was a live action play. But yeah, that's the way that scene was put together very well because they were so skillful assassins. And I liked how it ended because it really got me with the what the heck, you know?
Yeah.
Because really,
I thought Hawkeye succeeded.
Yep. As soon as he jumped, I was like, oh, yeah, he's got that in the bag. He's going to die.
And I was mad.
Then he gets caught.
Yeah. I was mad in the moment because I was like, even though, yes, if you asked me, who would you rather die? Of course I'm saying him. But I was mad because I was like, but he has to have the reunion.
Yep. He has to have the reunion.
And they did it.
Because I was thinking about it. I was like, who, other than the Avengers, who does Black Widow have as a family? Because they never go into it.
That's the thing, yeah.
She just kind of comes into Tony's life in Iron Man. Yeah.
I mean, before the Avengers, I would say Fury.
That makes sense, yeah. Oh, Fury wasn't even in this movie until the end.
Damn, yeah, he didn't even get to say goodbye to her.
He didn't even get to say a word, actually.
He did not say a word.
He just showed up. At least he showed up.
Yeah, you had to have him show up to the funeral. Yeah, that was sad. I agree with you. The way they did it. Who attacked first? He did. The Hawkeye attacked first.
Yeah, he pinned her.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Then she was able to pin him.
Mm-hmm.
Then she shocked him, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Then he got up and shot a dart.
And I was like, "Oh shit!"
I know. I was like, "Oh, so they're just gonna keep doing this for a little bit." But then he jumps off. I was like, "Oh, there's no coming back from a jump."
Yep. But somehow, Black Widow was a boss ass bitch.
Yep.
And she stopped him. And she was able to hook it onto him.
Yep.
It was weird. Yo, skillful ass assassins.
Jeez. And then she was like, let me go. And he was like, don't do this to me. And then she kicked off the wall. Oh my gosh.
Thanos came to the future. So you agree with me that you thought when we saw him,
I thought it was going to happen in the past. I thought it was all going to happen in the past.
Yeah.
Get this. I like the way they explained time in the movie.
Don't even get into it. We are going to make that a separate video. We're going to talk about how shit works.
Yeah, I think Christian convinced me there's a plot hole.
There might be a plot hole. That video will hopefully come soon. I feel like we need to see it at least 2 more times before we do that video.
Yeah, we definitely need to see it 2 more times.
We got to really get into that shit. But it'll come soon. But yeah, Thanos comes to the future. That, I think, was probably the most shocking for me.
What was surprising is that the whole ship came.
That's why I'm saying. That's why the thing is, I knew the ship was going to come because, the way the trailers were going, I was like, yeah, he's gonna have his army. His army is on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking one of 2 things: either 1, I'm wrong, and they don't kill him in the beginning of the movie, or 2, it is the past, Thanos, but they're fighting him in the past. I never thought that, not only are they fighting past Thanos, but they're fighting past Thanos in the present.
Yeah.
Well, his future, their present.
His future, yeah.
It was really shocking how they did that. And then you want to talk about more shock. I thought Ant-Man was dead. I don't know how Ant-Man's alive. I swear that shit was a direct hit. When that shit came, when the bombs started coming down to blow up.
Yo, he should be dead.
He
was just looking out the window oh my God, we did it, guys.
He didn't even have his helmet on.
Boom, that guy got blessed.
I'm like,
oh my God.
I didn't know that suit could withstand that type of shit.
He didn't have his helmet on. He should be
Now,
dead.
I guess the way they're making it seem is he was able to shrink before it actually impacted him.
I guess so.
But I didn't see that in the moment. Did you see that in the moment? Again, we got to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But I swear his regular sized body got blown away.
I just remember it being, guys, we did it, and then he blows up.
Yes. I really thought he died. Like, when that happened, that's why I said, oh, shit. Because I was like, did they really just kill Ant-Man? Like, I couldn't fucking believe it.
Ah, jeez.
But no, he ate that shit.
He did.
He ate it for breakfast.
He's like, is anybody eating that missile? I'll eat it.
I'll eat it. You got some orange slices on the side? Like, I'll take that. Like, I don't know how that was really surprising.
Yeah, true.
Those missiles coming downward.
I kind of forgot about that part until you said
It's
something.
insane, yo.
Yeah.
Insane. I guess another shocking part was the first person to snap was Hulk.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How did we forget that?
Yeah, that's what brought them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that saved their world.
I like what they did with it in the end, where he was like thinking of a way to bring back Black Widow, which is why he had the glove on for so long.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was like sitting there with the pain.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here?
I really thought Thor was going to put it on. He's like, I'll do
That's
it.
why they ruined Thor, because he wasn't strong enough. I agree with them.
Yeah.
He wasn't strong enough. He was so out of the game for so long that there's a chance it could have killed him. I don't think it could have, but he wasn't. I feel like if he was prime Thor like he was in Infinity War, yeah, he could do that no fucking problem.
Yeah.
Not an issue. So that comes back to, that's why that's my biggest problem with the movie. Like, I only really have one problem with the movie, and it's what they do with Thor.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. Like, the other ones is nitpicky. Like, the thing with Thanos, that's nitpicky. Yeah, it's annoying that's what he didn't realize what was going on, but
True.
That's a nitpick. But what they did with Thanos, because of what they did with him, actually changes the story.
You mean what they did with Thor?
Oh, yeah, Thor. Did I say Thanos?
Yeah, you did.
My bad. Yeah, Thor.
Man.
Okay, then let's go to a real question we have. What the fuck? Just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Thanos' sword made of?
Oh my goodness! I would love to know what it's made out of. Because before we thought vibranium was the strongest metal to exist. Period.
And the thing is, it's not even human. It is technically alien vibranium.
True.
So it's like, that's why we thought that.
Yeah.
And then his shit just...
It's kind of like, I guess he didn't really need it in Infinity War because he had the gauntlet. But still, I think it would have helped more.
I'm questioning why he didn't have it, to be completely honest.
I don't know.
He was just like, oh, all I needed was one stone. Fuck that sword. Like, the fuck? That sword was crazy OP.
Ridiculous. Because it was deflecting. When Thor charged up Iron Man. You remember in Avengers 1?
Yeah.
When
that was another payoff.
Yeah, it was. When Thor hit Iron Man with the lightning, and then Jarvis was like, we're charged to 400%. And he's like, oh, look at that.
Yep. That was a very good
I was
moment.
like, what? But then it deflected that beam. The sword deflected that beam, which was just ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
What really got
it was a badass moment.
Like, I think that sword could have crushed Mjolnir like hell it did. Because it crushed Cap's shield. It broke it.
But Mjolnir is magical, isn't it?
I guess it is.
So I would assume it's stronger than Cap's shield. Or
What,
at least
Mjolnir?
it's... Well...
No, you remember in Cap 1. I mean, no,
in
Avengers
1, yeah.
He's like, you want me to put the hammer down?
Yeah.
Like, ding!
Yeah.
You know, Cap
But
did
it
that.
didn't do nothing to Mjolnir either.
That was another payoff. Did you see that? When Cap was wielding the shield and the hammer?
Oh, yeah, he did do... Yeah,
He did the ding.
Yeah, he did do the ding.
We kind of skipped something where Cap picks up the hammer, but...
Oh, yeah, well, let's get into that. Cap picks up
When was it?
the
Okay.
motherfucking
But even
hammer.
Before that, you see the three of them getting ready to fight Thanos, and Thor does one of these. And you're like, what? What's he about to grab? And he grabs both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, and you're like, what the fuck?
Even before that,
Wait, what's before that?
we were wondering why the fuck he even took Mjolnir from the
Yeah, you know
past.
why did he take? He did not need
And then
that.
now we know my boy wanted to be a badass and
Yeah, he did.
wield two shits. Like I feel like that was like I really felt like when he grabbed that, I even looked at you. I was like, why would you replace that badass axe? He wasn't replacing. He was just adding another weapon to his.
I mean, I could see how he missed it.
Yeah.
It was like he was telling Korg
Sentimental.
and Ragnarok. He's like, yeah, when he was reminiscing about it. You remember? He was like, yeah, when I would spin it, it would pull me off. And then he's like, oh my god, it pulls you off.
Yo, shout out to Korg, man.
Yeah, Korg is the best. Jeez.
Oh man, that's what they fucked up. They over here putting Thor in Guardians. They should have also put Korg in Guardians.
Yo, they
what
should
the
have put
fuck?
Korg in
Maybe
Guardians.
James Gunn will do that.
I hope
There's still
so.
a chance.
I really
James
hope
Gunn, if you're for some reason watching this, put Korg in your movie.
so. Yes,
He's a perfect fit too.
perfect.
Imagine Korg and Drax having a conversation.
Exactly.
Now I need to see it. Now, the expectations are too high.
So
but
yeah,
yes,
now,
Cap.
Now he's holding.
Oh my
both of
lord.
them.
Oh my lord. Yes.
And it was like,
Thor.
what the heck? And then I don't know. Like Iron Man gets knocked out.
But like even both of them couldn't do nothing. The two shits.
I know, right?
That's how powerful his weapon is.
The sword, yeah, the sword was so powerful. And I was like, maybe it's just Thor's just weaker now because he hasn't been.
I also
training.
thought that.
That's
Yeah.
the other thing that I thought.
Did his eyes ever go blue?
Yeah,
Oh, they did.
yeah. When he was like, when they were like, what's he doing? Just sitting there. He's like, all right, well, we're gonna attack. And then Thor was like, well, I'm glad we're all thinking the same thing. And then he grabs it too, and his eyes light up.
Oh, okay.
Basically, in that scene, Thanos gets the advantage. He has the Stormbreaker on top of Thor's chest.
Oh, I honest to God thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna die too. I was like, whoa,
we
shit.
were talking. The blade was here,
Yeah,
like
it was
right on
like-
top of his chest.
It was basically piercing the armor.
It was insane.
Yeah. And then
I was getting ready to look at you and be like, "You did this, Jared," because you predicted that he was gonna die, and so did Xavier. Xavier did too.
jeez.
And I was like, I will be very mad if you guys were right,
Yeah.
because I love Thor now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a scary ass moment.
But then it cuts to somebody picking up the hammer, or the hammer just lifting off.
Yeah.
So you could think that Thor was pulling it to him,
Yep.
but somebody picked it up.
Yep.
And who picked it up?
Fucking
Cap. Your boy Cap picked it up, which was a payoff to Avengers 2 when he almost picked it up. Off the
He
table.
moved it
Yeah,
slightly.
Tweaked it, kind of.
That moment, oh my. I wonder if they did that in the comics. I have no idea. I'm not a big Marvel comic
I wonder
guy.
what made him worthy from then until now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because personally, I think he should have been worthy. The
Yeah, I feel like he should have been worthy then. Oh, it happened. See? Yeah, I feel like he should have been able to wield it ever since.
But you know what? I'm glad
Avengers
they
2.
didn't. Because it
Yeah.
made that moment
It did
that
make
much better.
that moment just superb. I think everybody in the theater was just like, "Whoa!" And
You
they
know-
start freaking out.
You know what really made it amazing?
That he had the shield also.
I wasn't thinking that. But yeah, that's true. That
He
was,
had
that
the
was
shield
dope.
and the hammer.
But it was the fact that he was actually using the hammer. Like, legit. Lightning and all.
Lightning and all, yeah.
He was throwing it, catching it back.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Man, he's been studying Thor for quite some time. You think he copied his beard, his fighting style? He's only missing the cape. That's all he's missing.
I think it was the greatest Captain America scene ever.
You know what? I agree with that.
And that's
Like,
saying
to
something
think-
because he's had some great scenes.
Oh my god! You know what that needed? It just needed a good quote, and that would have been the
Oh,
"Bring me
man.
Thanos" quote of Endgame. You know what I mean?
You're so
It just needed a
fucking
good quote,
right.
and that would have been the
After
moment.
he hit him, he should have said something.
Ah,
Did he? Yeah, he didn't say anything.
he didn't say anything. They just got into it.
You know the funny thing is, I know what he should have said.
What?
No, well, I don't know if that was the moment. No, I think that might have been the moment. He should have said his quote of "I can do this all day." I would say that's his most, well, other than Avengers Assemble, obviously.
Because that was in the first Avenger. I can do this all day.
He's said it so. He's said that so many times
said
that
that a
even
lot
in
of
this
time.
movie, when his past self said it,
He said, "Yeah, I know."
yeah, I know, dude, I get it. Now I understand what everybody else is saying. But yeah, I think that would have been dope.
Yeah, I think it would have been nice.
But I think the scene I'm thinking of that would have really made that dope was when his shield broke.
Yeah, that would have been better.
It looked like he was trying to get up. But
Yeah.
he did he get up? No, he did. Yeah, he did get up.
Yeah, he
Because it
did.
looked like he was about to fight the entire army by
Yep.
himself. Yeah, and then that's when big reveal.
Yep, yep, yep.
But yeah, so yeah, the big shot, the money shot. I'm gonna roll the tape. Hopefully, I didn't delete it. I can't remember. But if I didn't, we're gonna look up here. I'd rather have a shot of Thanos and his army going up against the entirety of the Avengers. Because they did talk about how they have a shot where everybody's in it. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, that must be Iron Man's funeral or Cap's funeral where everybody's just standing next to each other. Personally, I hope it's the final big fight scene. Well, that is the tape of me talking about the fucking money shot. And they gave us the fucking money shot. Holy fuck. You know the funny thing is, even though I said I think they would do it, I didn't really think they were going to do it. I don't know. I feel like I didn't believe myself. And then they did it.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel?
I was hoping they wouldn't succeed. I was hoping Thanos would win again.
But they changed your mind because of how badass they were.
The thing is that because Thanos didn't succeed, this actually made it an Avengers movie. And it felt like an Avengers movie.
It did.
It followed the Avengers, basically, the whole plot, you know.
Basically? It definitely, from beginning to end, followed them.
Okay, so definitely. As opposed to Infinity War, where it's like Thanos getting all the stones and stuff.
It's like, yeah, it's like a Thanos Thor movie. Because it's
it's
just
a
following
Thanos
those
Thor,
two.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? It starts off with them. It leads to how they're like developing as characters, and then they meet.
That's why we say that, you know, Thanos is the protagonist and Thor's the antagonist.
Yep.
If you look at it from the way they built that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So yeah, this one, I think what was dope was Thanos isn't even the antagonist, really. Like, he is, but it's just like, he's in it so little compared to Infinity War.
True.
He's literally just in the beginning, just so he can get murked.
Yep.
And then he's in it barely in the middle. You know, he has scenes with his daughters.
Just because he knows to know what's going on.
To know what's going on.
And then it kind of gets you like, oh, maybe he stops it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the end, which I'm glad. That's what I was afraid of, because like you were saying, Hulk was taking his time because he was trying to figure out a way to save Black Widow. Well, because of him taking so long, I'm sitting there like, dude, do this before Thanos gets here and fucks everything up.
Exactly.
Because I'm just like, I don't know if y'all can beat him.
And then I was thinking, like, what if Doctor Strange was wrong? What if this wasn't the one possibility that they win?
That would have been terrible. I don't know why you wanted that. That would have been so bad.
I wanted it so bad.
I don't know why.
I just wanted another happy ending for Thanos.
Fuck Thanos.
Nah, it was alright.
Said he was about to destroy, which, by the way, Jared was kind of right. Since I'm shouting myself out, I should shout you out. In the one video, you said that Thanos would just kill everybody. Literally.
Yep.
And we were like, well, how would that work? But Thanos explained it. He said he would just wipe all the beings out of existence and just create new ones. That was something else. I didn't even think of that. I was like, yeah, I guess he could. If you could take away life, why can't you give life? That was a fucked up thing, though. Thanos is fucked up.
Yep.
He is.
Nah, he has a strong willpower.
He does. Big dick energy over there.
He does. He definitely does.
By the way, can we now say Cap has big dick energy?
Oh, Cap has super dick energy. Yeah, Cap has big dick energy. We can say that.
Iron Man?
Iron Man, yeah.
Gotta give it to Iron Man.
He earned it.
He did earn it.
He
they
earned
both earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.